Long ago in Korea, when magical creatures were as common as cabbages, there lived an old gentleman and his wife. For years, they longed for a child to share their tiled roof cottage. At last, a daughter was born.
What good fortune! I'll plant a pear tree in the courtyard to celebrate this day, and Pear Blossom will be our daughter's name.
Both the tree and the child grew lovelier with each passing season. But one winter day, when the branches on the pear tree were still bare sticks, the old woman died.
Who will tend a Pear Blossom now?
He put on his tall horsehair hat and went to the village matchmaker. She knew of a widow with a daughter. The girl, named Peony, was just the age of Pear Blossom. 3 in 1, a wife, a mother, and a sister for Pear Blossom. So the old gentleman took the widow for his wife. Although Pear Blossom called the woman Omani, or mother, she was far from motherly. And Peony was worse than no sister at all.
Too cold, the fire's gone out. Fetch wood, Pear Blossom, be quick.
Too hot, the needles are scorching. Get water, Pear Blossom, be quick. Both Omani and Peony were jealous of Pear Blossom, and the harder she worked, the happier they were. Each day, Pear Blossom was up before the sun. She cooked and cleaned until midnight, with only the crickets for company. Each year was worse than the one before, for her father grew too feeble to pay attention to Pear Blossom's troubles. Omani dressed Pear Blossom in rags and tied her shiny braid with a twist of rope, and now she and Peony addressed her only as Little Pig or Pigling.
Pigling has a tail.
But nothing could hide Pear Blossom's beauty. At night, Omani lay sleepless, searching for an excuse to get rid of her stepdaughter. Stubborn little pigs get tied up and taken to the market. Fill that jar! Will none in this world help me?
Rip it.
A Tokgabi! A goblin!
Jug full.
She hurried to the well and drew a jug full of water. When she poured it into the jar, not a drop leaked out. When Omani and Peony returned, they found Pear Blossom resting beside the jar. So, off to market, little pig. But Omani, the jar is full. A frog helped me. Trickery! A magic frog? Look inside that jar.
Pigling's to blame.
Someday, Little Pig will get what she deserves. She made Pear Blossom crawl through the puddles, licking up the water. The next morning, Omani scattered a huge sack of rice around the courtyard. Will none in this world help me?
Jeep, 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 jeep.
When Omani came back, she found Pear Blossom nodding beneath the tree. Off to China! How can this be? Sparrows flew out of the tree and polished the rice. Birds don't hold rice, they eat it. It's magic that's flying about. Catch some!
Cheat. Pigling's to blame.
Someday, Little Pig will get what she deserves. The village was having a festival, and Pear Blossom had to pack picnic hampers of dried fish and pickled cabbage for her stepmother. She also sewed a dress of pink silk for her stepsister.
Dirty piglets stay at home.
Pigling may go after she weeds the rice paddies. Here is Pigling's picnic. I am most grateful, Honorable Mother. Fields, who could do such a task?
Ox noises, ox noises, ox noises. I don't know what noise an ox makes. Ox noises.
The ox began to munch the weeds, moving through the rows of rice faster than the wind itself. Each mouthful brought it closer to Pear Blossom.
Everybody better make way for the magistrate. Make way for the magistrate.
Flustered, Pear Blossom teetered on one leg like a crane, holding her straw sandal. Her cheeks grew hot as red peppers, and she hopped behind a willow tree that grew beside the stream. As she did, her sandal splashed into the water and bobbled like a small boat just out of reach.
Huh? Stop!
The magistrate gazed after Pear Blossom, struck by her beauty. Then he ordered his men to fish her sandal from the stream and to carry him back to the village. Little pig, what are you doing here? I am here because a great black ox ate all the weeds in the rice paddies. That same ox gave me this orange. Black ox indeed. Oxen are brown. You stole that fruit.
Hear this. We seek the girl with one shoe.
It's Pigling. She's lost her shoe.
The magistrate has come to arrest you for stealing. Now you'll get what you deserve.
Then she must deserve me as her husband, for this lucky shoe has led me to her.
Another Pigling's magic tricks. My daughter will give you 2 shoes. That is twice as lucky.
I've got all the luck in the world if she who wears this shoe becomes my bride.
Omani stood staring, stiff as a clay statue, but Peony ran straight to the rice fields to find the magic ox. All she saw was a glimpse of its hooves as it galloped away. When springtime came, the magistrate sent a go-between to Pear Blossom's old father to arrange a grand marriage. Pear Blossom's wedding slippers were of silk, and in the courtyard of her splendid new house, a dozen pear trees bloomed.
Wah! Wah! Wah!
That is as it was long ago, and as it should be, for in Korea, Iwa means pear blossom. The differences between the traditional Cinderella and the Korean Cinderella fall in setting, where the traditional is set in a European country and the Korean one is set in Korea. The father passes away in the original Cinderella, but not in the Korean one. In the original Cinderella, there are 2 stepsisters, whereas in the Korean Cinderella, there's only 1 stepsister. In the original Cinderella, there is a prince. However, in the Korean Cinderella, the love interest is a magistrate. There is also no fairy godmother in the Korean Cinderella. In the original Cinderella, the prince meets Cinderella at a ball and has more of an overall magical element, whereas in the Korean Cinderella, the magistrate meets Pear Blossom in a field and falls in love at first sight.
Okay, so the similarities between Cinderella and the Korean Cinderella would be that they both had like animal helpers helping them out with their chores and stuff, and that they were both girls being abused by a stepmother and stepsister or sisters in other cases. Both had absent fathers, both lose a shoe that helped their love interest find them. Both center around a girl who wants to break free of their current life of doing chores and other stuff like that. Both end pretty happily, and then both have some sort of ball or festival.